People get up every day, they do the same thing. They tell themselves they're going to change their life one day, and they never do. I'm going to change mine.
Let me take a look at this, guys. Here. BOS here. Safest trade, to be honest, is a sell. Line rally. Then lift off. This is like the safest bet for me, at least, is a sell on SPX, then a lift off. It's actually still stuck within its Asian range. Let me check this out. Yeah, it's still stuck there, dude. Technically, it's below the VWAP selling pressure too. Like, let's look at the average daily range here. There is no bullish confirmation. Zero. I want to buy it, but there's no bullish confirmation yet. Other than it like coming down to this zone right here, right? And hitting these indecisional areas. You could even say that it hit this order block here. You see that? See that order block and the weekly low? Other than the order block and the internal weekly low, there's nothing. I want to see breaks of structure here before we start buying them. So I'm patient with SPX, but what I need to see is this. I need to see like a close above. Yeah, like even the 4 hour looks shitty. Like I need a close above structure, like a solid close, so then a pullback we can get in, and then we'll ride this at least to this high, or the next previous high would be here, and then we sell, you know. But the problem is right now, this is the real issue, is this thing isn't ready to lift off yet. If it was, then we would see rejection, very quick rejection, a very big wick like this. This is how you know it's almost ready to lift off. There'd be a lot of volume coming in. There's no volume candles here, right? Actually looks like a pullback candle. So I want to buy this, I do. The problem is there's no bullish confirmation yet. So if I buy it, I'd be guessing. And I don't like to guess. Yeah, it's the one thing, guys, that like no, not even a break of the Asian range. Like we're still in the range from yesterday. The one thing that's on our side is we're around the weekly low, like previous weekly lows. That would signify some buying zones here, but other than that, it's just I'm not gonna buy something that is still, to this day, this is an old markup here, but I don't want to buy something that's still in a guessing way. Like it could run, it's just I don't want to give it out as a signal. It doesn't make any sense until I start to see breaks of structure here and here. Then I could say, hey guys, let's look for a buy. Right? Closes. A close of a break of structure. Then on the pullback, we get in. But I'm not going to guess here. Refuse to do that. Russell actually looks... no, nothing yet. Russell looks a lot better than SPX and NASA. See that? This actually has a real break of structure. Pullback, run, pullback. You see that? That's what I kind of want to see. Russell looks like a way better buy. See that? Indecisional candle, right? Order flow, the downside, impulse, correctional, break of structure here, run to the upside. It looks like it's already breaking range. Yeah, it's breaking the Asian range right here. Russell looks great. Right? Kind of lifted off already, but Russell looks way better as a buy. Wait for a pullback to this indecisional candle, and then it's gonna run, dude. So Russell looks really good to me. I really like Russell, but every other pair, there's no confirmation for liftoff. You're gonna wait for a pullback on Russell, and this is where you're gonna want to get in somewhere here, and then you're gonna ride and extend it to the upside. That's like what you want to look for. Russell looks great. Let's look at gold here, just because obviously looking at gold volatility, and the problem with gold volatility is right here. It looks like we might be going downward with the VIX. And if that's true, gold might continue to sell off. I want to buy gold, I do. But when it does things like this, it makes it a lot harder for me to like even want to buy it. See this right here. The one thing I will tell you guys is around the cloud, the risk denominator right here around 850 is it good for maybe a quick scalp. You know, you'll see a standard deviation run here, but this is technically bearish still. You know, long term, we want to look for those buys, right? Because this impulse move here is technically bullish. But we need to see some break of structure, guys. Like, for me, this right here is the BOS. Okay? Let me show you. I'm looking for the perfect trade. And sometimes, guys, I know that the perfect trade doesn't come for a long time. And I get it, you know? But this is just my strategy here. So this is the way that I look for, just to preserve capital and look for the best setup. Okay? The thing is like where we are right now. See that impulse move? We are still making lower lows here. There is not a single confirmation for us to get into some buys. There's not one. You know, we're still technically under the VWAP. We're selling off from VWAP, which is volume. The only way I would have bought was even a little bit was maybe here at like 9 a.m. when we were at the third standard deviation under the VWAP. But even then, it's like, what are we catching? Like, what are we after? Maybe a scalp of 400 pips. I need to see breaks of structure, guys, because this thing could very well come here and then sell off, right? So from that sell off, we could see even a lower low of this zone get broken. And that can happen here in the next 30 minutes. You know, if we're bullish here, around 10 a.m., we could see that reversal. That's usually when the real move happens, and then a sell-off. Or, in a good way, we could finally see a close above this zone. We get a close above this zone, then a pullback, then we run to the upside. You know, so realistically, guys, here, I'm just going to be honest with you. Okay, this thing is still respected the indecisional area here. Okay, let's get rid of the sniper shit. It's still respected this zone here, which means that we are in a buying zone long term. But because we're still in order flow and the VIX volume on gold, everything's not aligning. There's incongruencies. It's not congruent. Okay? Because it's not congruent, I don't want to take the buy. Only will take the buy if we have 100% confirmation of structure on internal structure, having us buy. If I have 100% confirmation on internal structure, then I'm looking for a buy. Okay, if not, I'm not taking it. Okay? Let me put this in the chat. Need a close above structure. It's just the truth. That's kind of what I need. At least 1 hour closes above structure. Now, a lot of you guys might be asking, well, John, why don't we just sell this thing? That's probably some of you guys are also asking. Why? You know, and I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to show you on a different chart. Because the RR isn't there. Now, you might be saying, well, John, what do you mean the RR isn't there? Explain that. Okay. I would rather wait for a confirmation, and this is what I'm going to show you guys here. This is going to be a good lesson in trading. If we have a break of structure and then a pullback, our RR now is confirmation that at least we can target this high or this high. Okay. So what that means is our stop loss would be maybe like maybe below the low, right? Because it would be confirmation that we're entering. And then we could even target our stop loss even lower, like right around this zone. And now we have a 1 in what? We have a 1 in 5 targeting this high. Then if we really see price moving, and this is the full-blown extension that we thought, we now have a 1 to 7. And if price does what I believe it would do from this on external structure, we now have a 1 in what? 1 in 11. Okay? Even worst case scenario, even if my stop loss was bigger, we're still looking at a 1 to 6 or 1 to 7. Huge. Most people aren't catching moves like that. Now, what happens if I, for example, say, well, I'm just going to sell it because I want to catch a trade today. Okay, and I risk, instead of me risking $100 to $500 here, I just risk $500 on a scalp, which is doable. I could do that. Okay, I could try to sell it here if it does come here. But I don't know if it's going to come back to this low and then jump back up. So my short position would have to be somewhere here, right? And then I'm looking for just the equal low. So now my position is like a what? A 1 and 1.62. The RR just isn't there. If you ever trade with a 1 and 2, long term, you're not going to be profitable. Just long term. You may win some, you may lose some, but your win ratio needs to be above a 70%. And statistically speaking, the average person cannot hit above a 70% win ratio consistently over time. So that's why I'm not taking the sell and I'm waiting for confirmation for the buy. Okay, let's look at USD CAD here. USD CAD hit all our TPs here. USD CAD actually looks way more bullish. USD CAD looks like more of a buy. I'd want to buy USD CAD. GU, we were bullish, and then it broke even. It was last week's trades. With GU, let's look at GU here. Oh, wow. GU is bearish. Ridiculously bearish. Wow, that was a perfect sell. You see that? At 5 a.m. The problem with GU sometimes, and this is like why I like love it, but also hate it. The perfect sells for GU sometimes come during European session. So during London session, that pullback will happen, and it's just, this is a great sell. But like, we missed it, right? We're not trading in London, right? BTC is on its way to sell off here consistently again. All right, guys, the market's a bit slow. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm kind of just chilling for today. I don't see any breaks of structure yet on anything, so I'm not really gonna call anything here. Because we're still in this consolidation zone. You see this right here? I did call about this here. This looks like more of a selling zone than anything. Because we don't have any breaks to the Asian range or anything, I'm not really personally going to be trading anything. It just looks like swipes of liquidity left and right. I need to see some sort of close above. Even with the S&P 500, I need to see a close above first, a pullback. Then what we could do is we could start looking for buys. But until I get something, guys, some type of break of structure, I don't want to be buying a falling knife, okay? You don't want to try to catch a falling knife. What ends up happening? You end up hurting yourself. All right. Other than that, I appreciate you guys, and I will talk to y'all soon. Have a good one.